Hello, I'm doing a series of videos at the moment based on my book, Tapping into Ancestral Healing, because I'm doing a series of workshops based on the book starting at the end of April 2025. So I thought I'd read little bits of the book and do some short videos tapping on some of the things in it so that you get a flavour of what it's like. And then you have choices. You know, if you like this, if you like what comes with these, then the book is on Amazon and it's also on my website. And you might even want to work with me on clearing some of the stuff that the book covers. So the videos I've done up to now have been clearing the past. And now I thought I'd talk about chapter 9, which is designing your future. And it starts off, when we think of our future and how we want it to be, we are often our own worst enemies. It can be when every limiting belief we've ever had shows up and tries to run the show. And I certainly find that for me, as soon as I start thinking what I do want and how I want my life to be, the amount of yes buts and what ifs that pop up are absolutely enormous. So, and here I've written down some of the things that might come up. That's never going to happen for me. It's all right for them. I won't be that lucky. It'll be too hard. I was never meant to be rich. People don't like you if you're successful, or if you're rich, or if you're happy, or if a million other things. And I'd rather be poor and happy. And that just is because there's a belief somewhere that you can't be happy and rich. You either have to be poor and happy, or you can be rich and miserable. Just too limiting, those beliefs. So those things are things to look out for when you're wanting to create the way forward, the way you want your life to be. And I was talking in the video before this about, if you want to move forward and create something different in your life, if you want the support of the universe, it's almost like you have to give it some ideas. When you've cleared all sorts of past stuff, it's like being in neutral in the car. And in order to go forward, you need to go into gear. But sometimes it feels impossible to decide what we want in our life and how we want our life to be, because there are parts of us trying to protect us from disappointment. So one of the things I like to say is, imagine if you had a magic wand and you didn't have to think about anybody else. What would your life look like in 5 years' time? What would you be doing? Where would you be? Who would be in your life? And the reason I say 5 years' time is it stops the what-ifing and yes-butting, because anything could happen in 5 years. Whereas if you're trying to say, in the next 6 months, I want this to happen, there are going to be parts going, well, how's that going to happen? And immediately the energy goes. So I would encourage you to dream, and to dream big, without thinking about how it's going to happen, if it's even possible. Just literally focusing on what you would like your life to be like. How do you want to be feeling? That's the key. It's the feelings that are the key. Because when you have an idea of how you want your life to be, it's time to work out what feeling that's going to give you. And then how can you start bringing that feeling into your life right now? Because it will start to bring you the life that you want, rather than waiting for the life that you want to bring you the feelings. So we'll do a little bit of tapping, and we'll be tapping on the side of the hand mostly. And as always, if you tap with me, you'll be taking full responsibility for your own well-being. So even though I find it really hard to focus on what I want, I love and accept all parts of me anyway. Even though I'm an absolute expert at focusing on the things I don't want, I love and accept the parts of me that have been doing that for me. Even though I find it really hard to focus on what I do want, because I didn't think I'd ever be able to have it. And I don't want to be disappointed again. And I love and accept those scared and anxious parts of me. And I'd like them to know they've done a great job, but that job is now complete. And it's finally safe for us to do something different. I'm open to the possibility that I can play with this. If I had a magic wand, how would my life look like in 5 years' time? How would I look in 5 years' time? How would I be standing? How would I be walking? Who would be in my life? How would I be feeling? And I'm open to the possibility that this game could be a lot of fun. I don't have to worry about end results. I can just play the game and see what happens. Because at least it'll be different. And I'm giving myself permission to dream, to play, and ultimately to create. Because that's what I'm here for. And I'm setting myself free now from all those yes buts, all those what ifs, and I'm allowing myself to attract the feelings that I want into my life right now. I don't need to wait for my perfect life to arrive to feel good. I can feel good and allow that to attract my perfect life. And I love and accept all parts of me. So thank you and take care and see you again soon. Bye.